Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little bit since the last one of these I did, but I have another slew of things that people need to know. And you will have to excuse me because I am eating during this, but if you're wondering, I'm eating meatloaf and a ham sandwich. But I'm going to let you know a few things right now. Number one, if I start raising my voice or yelling, I apologize in advance. Just warning you of that now, so you might want to be wary of your volume button. Number two, these are in no particular order. It's just stuff I've observed and I've thought about over the past few months and went, oh yeah, I should put that in the next episode. So that's what I'm going to do. This ham sandwich is really good. But number one, this one is probably going to be the one that makes me start raising my voice because this really fucking pisses me off. Just because I'm not doing something your way doesn't mean it's wrong. I have had so many examples where I'll have to do something. I'll do it maybe a little differently than you'll do it, but the end result is still the same. I get from point A to point B. No one gets hurt. Job still gets done, whatever. And people will start getting on my ass and yelling at me for not doing it the proper way. Like, example at work. I'm not going to tell you where I work. I'm not going to tell you who was involved. I'm not going to say any names. I'm just going to know this happened at my work. I have to work with pallet jacks. And I took a pallet and I had to go to the other side of the building I was at. Normally, I'm supposed to take a left, go like maybe 20 steps down and then take a right. But I said, I'm kind of feeling a little walking. Let's go this way instead. So I ended up taking a right and going all the way around. Was it impractical? Yes, 100%. But I knew what I was doing. I didn't hit anybody. I didn't cause anything. I didn't cause any issues. And someone who was working with me, one of my coworkers, got so on my ass for that. And I realized there's a chance they might be listening to this, but dude, I'm sorry. If it works and you're getting to the same destination and there's no risks, why yell at me for it? Like, it works. Same with let's take playing a game as an example. Let's say there's an enemy that is pretty difficult to beat, but you come up with a system. And you don't have to do it like that, but you have that system in set, so when you see the enemy, you can go, all right, do this, boom, he's dead. You'll also have to excuse me because I'm unironically just getting off of work at the time of recording this, so I'm kind of changing into my comfy gear, so if you hear belt jingling, I'm sorry. But if someone starts playing the game you're playing in this example and they kill said enemy a different way, it's not wrong. They just found it easier to do it that way, or that was their first instinct, or whatever. But the point is, they got from point A to point B. Same end goal was reached. The method was different, but the end goal was reached. Now, let's say, instead of just moving on, I start yelling at that person for not doing it my way. Then I would deserve to get punched in the balls and have both my eyes removed with an ice pick. Because if you do this willingly, you are being an asshole. And don't get me wrong, if there's a blatant reason for why you cannot do it a different way, whatever, I'll shut my mouth. But everywhere I see it, there's no blatant reason why. Like, you're just getting mad at me because it's not your method. Shut the fuck up, calm your titties, and get back to work, motherfucker. If it works, and the job is still getting done, if I'm getting from point A to point B, then why the hell should I why the hell should it matter what's in between? Like, I'm sorry, that pisses me off so much. It's like, get your head out of your own ass and stop being a douchebag. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta tone down on the swearing or the rest of Spotify will get mad at me. Number 2. Impracticality and impractical solutions are usually not hard to fix. This also happens at work too. Again, I will clarify, if there's a reason why you can't fix the impractical solution, then whatever. Forget I said anything, that's fine. But if there's something that is fixed, or excuse me, if there's something you have to do that's really impractical, and you can come up with an easier, more practical solution, and you don't just because, like, why? What's your MO? Like, I'll give you another example from work. Sorting stuff. There's usually a system in place at jobs, or just in general when you're doing something like that. And I get it. You do it so that everyone remembers what to do and that it gets to the point A to point B safely and whatever. But some of the people who make these systems they have to be on heroin. Like, this isn't my job, but let's take, I don't know, it's a random ass convenience store, Walmart. Apparel. You would think it'd be sorted just by men's, women's, and kids/juniors. Maybe an extra for babies specifically, but yeah, that seems pretty simple, right? But I heard that they do it like men's, women's, infants, female kids, male kids, and they have like 8 different classifications, and it's like you're making things way harder than they need to be. I don't know for a fact because I don't work there, but like, bruh. Like men's, women's, kids, done. I guess we're now going from impracticality to unnecessarily complicated, but it's still kind of in the same boat. Like, why would you waste your time when you could make this so much easier and not sacrifice anything? And I get doing it in a system like that is difficult because if you change how your system works, then it has to relay to everyone else who's involved, and it might take like a week, and I understand that. But like, if the end result is that your workplace is much more smooth flowing, then fucking take the week. It's not hard. I've seen so many examples at my work and at other people's works where literally if you changed like 2 small things, it would be so much easier. I swear to God, sometimes I feel like I'm the only one with a functioning fucking brain. It's like there's a much easier solution staring dead at you, and nobody has bothered to point it out. And if they have, then you aren't listening. God. Jesus, I gotta just wrap this up and be done because I'm getting heated. All right. Number 3. This also kind of ties into what I was talking about a minute ago, but it's more specific. When there is an easy solution to something in front of you and you ignore it because reasons. Like, again, I'll say it. I understand that you have a system in place and it's muscle memory, but if there's a much easier, way less troublesome solution, why would you not take it? Like, fucking hell. I've seen, I can't say I'm not guilty of this in minor fashions, but I'm trying to think of a good example. What was it? All right, electric pallet jacks, if you guys know what those are. For those of you who don't know how it works, I'll quickly explain to you. A pallet jack literally is meant just to lift up the pallet because a jack is lifting yada yada, but you stock stuff on the pallets, you use the pallet jack, lift it up, and carry it to wherever it needs to go, yada yada. but it's manual work because you got to put it in, crank it up, and pull it, of course, and it's heavy. I've only seen people use electric pallet jacks like twice, but fuck, if you made that the default pallet jack, it'd be so much easier. And I've been told that you need to have some form of, you need to have like some special ID to do it, and that's whatever, but like, if you just made people upon hiring pass just a simple little test to prove it and give them that verification, it'd be so much more efficient. You wouldn't have to bust all of your bones doing it. And fucking hell, lifting heavy stuff like, I don't know, dog food, bottled water, it'd be so much easier. And you don't want to do that because why? Is it for any real reason other than just you don't want to go through the effort of having everyone be certified? Like, I legit fail to see a reason why you wouldn't make the switch other than, oh, we need to certify everyone. You're clearly anti-lazy enough to have all of us drag it around, or all the people who work there drag it around. Why not just like get... Okay, here's a solution. Have some people be like a dedicated pallet moving team. Then however many people are in that team, buy that amount of pallet jacks, electric pallet jacks. Get some charging stations, and then when it's time to do, I don't know, stocking or whatever the hell you call it when you take the pallets onto the floor where the customers are, have them use the electric ones. I also understand the argument of like, you need to watch out for said customers, and that I understand, but they make noise. They're not silent. And it's not like you're going to be completely blind using them. So if you're not going fast and you're strolling along and some lady's on her phone and not paying attention and she bumps into you or gets hit by the pallet, there's cameras. I feel like at that point, it's your fucking fault. I was making noise and I could have leaned over and said, "Miss, move out of the way." I understand it's a liability and I'm not going to argue that point because you're right, but like, there's a line that's crossed where it no longer is my fault and is now your fault because you're just ignorant as fuck. Sorry, turning my PlayStation on. But yeah, I don't know. Just when there's an easier, less troublesome solution that benefits everyone right in front of you and you just fucking ignore it because it's not our way. Suck my dick. Fourth and final one, because I'm about to blow a damn gasket. When people are blatantly lazy, or no, I should word it like how it is with the thing. Just because you're blatantly lazy in a way that you know you're being lazy and you know you could put in the little amount of effort to do something, doesn't mean that it doesn't piss other people off. Like, it could be something as simple as you're laying there, you're watching YouTube, you finish your soda can, and even though the trash can is not that far away from you, you don't want to just sit up and throw it in. And you just like, throw it across the room and it misses and you're like, I'll pick it up later. I cannot say I'm not guilty of this, to be fair, because I have done exactly that several times, but it isn't good when I do it and it isn't good when other people do it. Because it's like, I understand that sometimes laziness happens. Like when I'm working, oh my God, I will be honest with you, laziness kicks in a lot. But there are times where you can be lazy and it won't matter. And there are other times where you kind of just gotta suck it up and do it. And just being aware of how it might affect other people. And I guess I'm saying this lesson to myself, but just being aware that when you're blatantly lazy, like I've seen Walmart workers just be sitting there minding their own business and they're in, let's say, the candle aisle. And someone comes up to them and says, "Excuse me, do you know where the candles are?" It's like, number one, do you have eyes, ma'am? Fucking moron. And number two, did you bother trying to look? It's the kind where they ask the question and you know right away that they're just being lazy. Like, you don't even have to hear the context. They could just walk up to you, ask one question, and you know damn well they're just being lazy as hell. But it's also the difference of what you want to say versus what you end up saying. Because I'm pretty sure that Walmart worker will be respectful and, you know. Hold on. I apologize. I'm grabbing something. But it's the difference between them being polite and going, yeah, ma'am, they're actually right behind me. Which flavor do you want? Oh, I'll take, I don't know, vanilla. Okay, there you are. Thank you. Have a good day. Versus them looking the lady dead in the eyes for a full 10 seconds without saying anything and going, are you fucking demented? Like, I haven't seen that happen often, but I've seen it happen, and I'm not even the one getting asked the question, and I want to punch the lady in the face. It's like, number one, did you even bother trying to look? It would be more understandable if you went up and down the entire aisle and sweeped and looked and didn't just let your eyes roam, genuinely looked and couldn't find it. So you go, can you tell me where these are? I can also understand it if you're in a massive hurry and you don't really have the time to like look yourself. Like, you need to know the answer right then and right there. I kind of get it. Kind of. But at the same time, when the person you're asking is in the aisle, especially when it's something obvious, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a section of Walmart that's obvious. The pet stuff. Everybody knows the pet stuff is at the back. If someone walks up to like a Walmart employee and says, excuse me, do you know where I can find the dog food? Or excuse me, do you know where I can find the cat litter? I respect the fuck out of the Walmart employees to not literally just look at the person dead in the eyes and go, have you tried looking first? Because there are massive signs that are hanging from the ceiling that say pet or grocery or hardware. I also understand if you're looking for something specific. Like, if you're looking for the hardware section and you haven't tried looking, you're a moron. But if you're in the hardware section and you're looking for like a specific style of, I don't know, wood cleaner, then I'll shut up. But it's like, if you're looking for a section and you haven't looked up or even tried before going to the guy who's just, guy or girl is just trying to do their job and going, hey, do you know where this is? Like, oh my god, I hate people. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave you with that. Hope you're having a good day, night, whatever. Catch you in the next one.